Alright, hey guys, this is going to be a knife review. My first knife I've ever had, it's a Spyderco. Gotta love these Spydercos. It's the first knife brand I've ever bought, and it's probably going to stay that way. Probably going to always buy Spydercos, well, majority of my knives at least. I'm really liking the spider hole on them. This is the serial. Let me get this to focus. There you go. Serial number right there. C148GP. So some people, like the knife nuts, may know what that is. And slide over, and it's the Ambitious. This knife is probably reviewed a lot. I've seen a lot of reviews on the Tenacious. The Ambitious I've seen too, but it's just not as much, I guess. So slide the knife out, and there he is. Comes in a little box with like some foam, and yeah, that's about it. So the knife qualities, I guess, I don't know, like the inches and all that. The length, there you go. Length overall is 5.812 inches. 3.9 or 3.594 inches closed. These are all from the Spyderco website, by the way. 0.49 spider hole, I believe. Yeah, the diameter of the spider hole. It is a smaller sized one, which I will talk about later because I don't know if I like it that much. Blade length is 2.25 inches along with the cutting length, because as you can see, the blade starts right there. There's not like a indentation before and then it starts, you know. And then blade thickness is 0.125 inches. Pretty thin. It starts out, as you can see, it kind of tapers down. Starts out pretty thick, and then it goes to a point, and then that point is very pointy, of course. But it's very thin, so I'm sure that it could easily get like ripped off, or I guess it wouldn't be ripped off, but break off or something. Blade steel on this one is 8CR13 MOV. Let me get this to focus. Okay, maybe. Come on. There you go. 8CR13 MOV, which is a China-made steel. As you can tell in the back, China, made in China. So this means that it's a value knife. Only paid around $30 for this knife, shipped and everything. So it's a really, really nice deal. That's probably the biggest selling point. It's pretty light, 3 ounces or 85 grams. Handle material is G10. Not super grippy, but grippy enough. It's actually a really, really nice feel. At first I didn't really like it, and then I got a different knife with titanium handle scales, hint hint, and I like the titanium a little better, but I started liking this G10 a lot too, so can't go wrong with G10, I guess. This is one of the knives in the series of, I guess you can call it the Tenacious series, just because there's so many Tenacious reviews and all that. I really would have to say Tenacious kind of owns the series. There it goes: Tenacious, Persistence, there's a Resilience, and there's Ambitious. The Ambitious is the smallest one. Persistence is the medium one. The Persistence is like the third biggest, and then the Resilience is the really, really big one, the largest. So this one's pretty small. It has a T8. These are T8. Let me get this to focus again. Okay, these are T8 torque screws. Same with on the back here. And the pocket clip, T8. Except this little screw here. This is actually T10 Torx. Oh wait, no. Oof, I have that flipped around. These are T10, sorry. All these are T10. This is actually T8 Torx, which is weird because I don't know why they would have all these others T10s and this one little screw T8. Just didn't make sense to me. But whatever. It has I don't know what that's called, and I always forget. You can stick power cord through there and stuff. A lanyard hole? There you go. Oh, I actually got it. I'm happy with myself. This pocket clip is really stiff, but that's actually a good thing because it's never going to really fall out of your pocket. It's pretty light, so you may check your pocket several times, checking if your knife's there. If you have that baby on your pocket, then you know it's not going to fall off because it's going to stay there for sure. The pocket clip can actually be switched to 4 different sides, 4 different ways. You have a tip up carry on the back, tip down carry on the back, and the same on this side. I decided it starts out tip down carry on this side here, but I figured that I would open my knife a lot with the flick, but I would always have my finger on it, so it was really weird. I didn't like it, so I just flipped it around, and I actually like it. It's very comfortable. I can't really feel it. Like, I can feel it in my hand against my palm, but I can't. Like, it's really not that bad. It's not uncomfortable or anything. So that's how I like to carry the knife. Let's go to centering. As you can tell, hold on. It's pretty centered. It's to the right a lot, kind of. But that's because I like to flick open my knife a lot. That's a downfall, though, to a lot of people, is the, I can't even flick it open with my thumb, but is the centering. The centering really turns people off for some reason, which I don't really mind, because I've tried centering this knife several times, and if I get it centered, it either doesn't stay centered for that long, or the knife is too hard to open. So I'm not going to trade off smoothness just so it's centered. Just, I guess, my preference. You can still open it when it's tightened down all the way. It's just really hard. I can't even usually flick it open. But centering's always been a problem in this knife, so I tore it down and I put it back together. Which I have to say, I didn't know what the heck I was doing the first time, so it took me a while to get it back together. So I might do a review or a teardown of this knife, because it just may help some people out there. Like I said, I have no clue what I was doing, and I finally got it back together, thankfully. And now I've taken this baby apart several times, and now I'm all good. The detent on this thing is a lot. I mean, let's see if I can show you exactly. See, it just kind of snaps in place, and this leads to really hard to flick with your thumb. You really have to give it some wrist action if you can even get it. There's a few things that kind of lead to it being hard to open. Besides the detent, the spider hole, for one, is really small, so getting my thumb in there, it's challenging. The second thing is weight is not on your side. It's a small knife. The blade is very geez, I can't even think. Very light. There you go. So weight's definitely not on your side, as in like different bigger knives. Weight is more on your side than this knife, you know, so they're a little easier to open. But overall, I think the most important thing was the detent. That's what makes it the hardest to open. I have 2 bronze washers in here, 1 on each side. Usually it comes with 2 on each side, but I don't like that. It was still smooth, but it's not as smooth as it is now. So that was a little suggestion I heard on, like, no, I didn't hear it on a website, but I read it on a website, so that's what I did. As you can tell, it's really smooth now, though. I really like it. Just sitting here and opening it is really fun. Enough talking. Let's do a cut test. This is not factory edge. Actually, this is my own edge I put on it. And it's really, really sharp. This 8CR13 MOV steel really keeps, it takes a good edge, and it's not too hard to sharpen at all. So, let's just see if I can even zoom on that. And it's not gonna focus that well, but really, really smooth. Factory edge, still super sharp. Didn't really have to sharpen it too much. Although when I get bored, I like to sharpen my knife just a little bit with my Sharpmaker. I use the ultra fine stones. I might have a polish edge on this still. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, I do. You probably can't really see it. I thought it was going to focus on it, but there you go. You can see it a little. There you go, right there. That's my polished edge. It's still on there. And all today I was using it. I used it to prepare food today. I did use this cut test. I cut some cardboard today. So it still has that polished edge, which is really nice on the knife. Overall, this thing is just amazing knife for the price. I wouldn't bash it for anything just because it's a cheaper knife, you know. So of course it's going to be made in China. Some people may not like that, but that's just the way it is. So I would go out and buy this. It has a fall through back. I forgot to mention that. And oh yeah, and liner lock. That's probably really important to mention. Really, really nice lockup on it. I mean, a little back-to-back blade play, but that was probably from me messing with it and taking it apart and stuff, because I don't remember any side-to-side play when I first got it. It was just, I didn't like how it was not centered at first, and then I took it apart and tried centering it myself, and didn't end up working the way I wanted it to. But I don't really mind now. Just really nice lockup though, no up and down at all. So it's not going anywhere. That lockup is pretty much perfect. Let's see if I can get it to. There you go. See, so it goes in about halfway. At first, the liner lock was kind of stiff, but after working it for a while, it loosened up right away, and it's all good now. That flick is just amazing. That's the only flick I can do with this one. I mean, I can do the spider drop too, but I can't do the thumb one because of the detent. But the ergonomics on this thing are pretty sweet too. Just because I have smaller hands, I think that's why it fits my hands so well. If you have bigger hands, I'd say you get like a Tenacious or something, just because the ergonomics are going to fit you a little better. But I usually EDC this one, and it doesn't really scare people as much as like a bigger knife would, since it's pretty small, you know. Just take it out, cut whatever you need to do, and then put it back in your pocket and you're good to go. So that's just about it. I'm going to have another knife review pretty soon here. I will also have a review on my Sharpmaker. It's the older Sharpmaker, but it was gifted to me, so I can't complain at all. I'll see you guys later, and hope you guys have a good day. See ya.